This is felling a tree 180 degrees off of its natural lean. Reverse felling. I'll flip the camera around and show you what's going on here. So what I like to do is I like to find what's the back and what's the belly of the tree. This side right here has no limbs on it. I'm going to call that the back. And this side here with all the limbs we'll call the belly. If we go a little closer or change our angle, you can actually see just ever so slightly the lean to the south or to the belly side of it here. So we've got the back and the belly. Now it's heading to the south, which is where the fence is and a bunch of planted trees as well as a pond. So we don't want it that way. 180 degrees opposite to where it's going is this nice open spot here. So what I'm going to set up in the next shot is how to do the reverse felling cut, which is pretty interesting and I think pretty fun. This is our south side, our belly, and here's the back. We want it to go where the back is pointing. So you may think, oh, I'll come in here and put my felling cut on this side, but all the weight's going to the south or on the belly. As soon as you release this holding wood here with your cut, the tree's gonna lean that way even more. You won't have a chance to get a back cut in on the belly side of it because you've released all of this holding wood. So you start on the back side. You start with your back cut first, which would be the last cut you'd normally make. We'll make that cut, we'll jam a wedge into it, which will straighten up the tree, get it a little bit off of its belly, and hopefully get the weight going more into its back. Remember, we got all the limbs on that belly side, so there's a fair bit of weight to pound over. Hope that the video shows it well enough. But like I said, back cut first, pound the wedge in, straighten it out off the belly, then come around and do your felling cut. And that's where it's tricky because you got to line up your felling cut with your back cut, which is a bit reverse, but super cool technique. So let's get into it. You still line up your back cut directionally the same way you would your felling cut, just that it's your back cut first, which is going to seem really counterintuitive, which is I think why it makes it fun. So there's about my 1/3 point. Just get that going. And so that holding wood on its back is what's keeping it from coming over. Fucking Billy Ray has a great video on wedgemanship. And man, there's a lot to learn on running wedges. So I'm gonna drive this pretty hard. Almost there. Yeah. Maybe one more. Yeah. Okay. What I'm doing now is I'm lining up, I'm seeing where my cut came through, and I'll mark it out. Don't overcut at this point. Get your felling cut in. This is the finish of my cut right here. So I'm just going to come into like a nice, maybe 2-inch hinge working my direction. Small little felling cut there. Get back here onto that wedge on the belly. See if we can get some more drive. $180 off the lean. So it makes this so cool. I'd say when I started felling trees, I would put a rope on it and fuss around with that. But knowing your wedges, sorry, you guys are gonna get a lot of butt shots on this one. Maybe that's a good thing. Nice little double stack. Once this starts to go, I'll try and grab the camera so you can see it coming over. And I can feel it slowly getting over onto the back. And if you're wondering if you're winning, I'm going to check my first wedge. Still a little tight. Once it starts to gain on the back, it'll free up that wedge. There we go. So I know I've got it. I'll keep that in there just in case these pop out. I don't want to lose it. Almost there. Actually, let's do a... So check this out. We've managed to change that. Oh, you're not going to see it. Anyway, I'm well over center now, and you can even see, God, that's a lot to talk through, how much it's opened up. It's well and going to that, to where we want it. All right, let's knock this over. Gonna tickle the felling cut. Someone better yell timber. Boom. Yeah, let's look a little closer. Yeah, so check that out. And that wedge is actually showing you where it wanted to go. Fence. Yeah, so just the same cut that you always make felling a tree, but just really working those wedges. Well, that's a bushy spruce. Thanks for yelling timber with me.